Hey everyone, it's Shar from Shar's Fashion Nation. Today is the 4th of July, so happy 4th of July. Um, and if you don't celebrate it and you don't like America, bye. Anyway, so I told some of my new friends that I would show them how to take, this is also going to help with today's look, how to take a lighter foundation and blend it with a darker one. With this, I'm going to say, because you have the concealer in the lid of the foundation, this was on sale for $6 and they're all gone. All of them. Every single one of them went real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and with my beauty blender, go right over the blemish on my face. I know. I could just use this. Hold on. Anyway, the dog's been a jerk today. Now, that does work. So, we are going to, I wish I had one of those little flat mixy things for makeup, right? You know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. And no, I'm not going to use the lid on this. Otherwise, I would. I mean, I know I can wipe it clean, but it's good. It's good. Because otherwise, I could just use the back of my hand. Take like a nice dollop of that. And because this is the Ordinary Serum Foundation, and that's way paler. That is way lighter than my skin tone. By a lot. So, anyway, I'm going to ignore the dog. She's in trouble with me today. So, take that, mix it around. Now, I know the foundation that I have is a yellow undertone. That's why we're using a lot of this. And now, do you see the back of my hand, right? That'll just blend. You can take your beauty blender and just go right over that little area right there. Wow. It's almost disappeared, right? Let's go ahead and take a foundation brush. This is not my favorite one. This is It Cosmetics, and it ain't it. Not for me. I don't have my eye primer in yet. But it's okay. That's what we have this for. If you notice, I am taking it and I am just stippling the foundation on. Stipple that. That way you get a lot of coverage and real quick. And if you want to thin it out, go ahead and use your beauty blender. And this is the only spot where I do not stipple it, is right there. Like, wow. Basically all of it is used up. Try to get as much as you can off of there. Don't forget to go up near the hairline. I know I need to do my hair. My hair color will be in Sunday. So, okay, now I hope the foundation blending part there really helps. So, like I said, if you have a darker foundation, I went out in the sun today because I took the dog out there. Did you go potty out there? No, she did not. Not happy with that. And if you have anything left down there, just like take that under your eye. Blend that in. I did dampen the beauty blender, obviously. I didn't use any setting spray or water. I used a beauty blender, beauty makeup wipe. Oh my gosh, makeup wipes, right? I was watching this one guy on Instagram saying, "Oh, if you're past your 40s and you're using makeup wipes, bitch, use some Crumb Shop. Otherwise, he shouldn't be on there lying." Um, Now for the under eye setting powder, I will be using the Lancome instead of using the little puff that goes with this. Like, oh, you can tell I've used this. I'm just gonna use this brush here. Again, just stipple that on. Look at this side and look at that side. I'm in my 50s and I am proud to be able to bring you this. I mean, it made a difference. If you need to take a little more, you go ahead and do that. Look, you just learn things as you go. And I usually have a few modeling tips and tricks from that time in my life. I'm just going to put that over there. Now we have the Curst Kosmetics Moon Powder. It's a loose powder. This one's pretty good. I'm going to tell you, this is going to last me a while. I've used this like every month. This should last me for a couple of years. Yeah, it should. But I will recommend this as a product. Now, when you get that in that lid like that, take the edge of your fluffy, then tap a little bit of it. And then just go ahead and blend that off. Blendy, blendy. Blend friendly. And you see how that helps to cover that blemish? And it will hang on to the brush for you to do what you need to do. No, I'm not blonde. That's just the white hair. God, I'm glad I'm not blonde. You know what though? There's some smart blondes out there, and then there's blonde blondes. You know what I mean? You don't have to take this all the way down here. You want to be able to do that, just take it right here. And I don't like my chin being brighter, like around here. So sometimes I literally just do that. Hold on. Now that that's blended, even if you wanted to use your beauty blender, knock that back into the pan. Also, if you needed to in a pinch, you could use this as an eyeshadow in a pinch. Now, I wanted to try to find something, you know what, hold on. I've been using Batty Blush or Bat Blush Volume 2, which is this one. This is Volume 2. And I've been using that with the Lolita Bites palette. This is Volume 1. Now this is what I do. I put it like that. I hold it like this. And then when I go to switch it to use the mirror, I just go like that. So, what can we use today? This one is more of a red tone. Be very mindful when you use these because they are that pigmented, okay? Just gonna let you know that. Also, you can use these for eyeshadow. That's it. That's all you need. you see that? Now wait until I get to blend that out. Also, again, you can use your beauty blender to soften that out if you want. I have more on this cheek than I do this cheek. But you can definitely soften that. It's the time of the day because the lighting. That's why I'm trying to, and like I said, just go ahead and go in with your beauty blender and shear that out because it sure does help. Now, I could have scraped some of the concealer out of the Jeffree Star, but I did not do that because we're doing Curst today. I do have some Curst Kosmetics coming in and some more Curst. I do. Now, also, if you feel like that's too much, just go ahead and take your foundation brush and you can just go right back over that. Okay. It's there. It's a nice, healthy looking cheek, but it's not like bam, right? We can do those looks. Okay, now I was thinking red, white, and blue, right? Also something that has black in it so I could do the eyebrow. I was looking through my palettes and just so happens to be the Black Veil Brides palette. Has red, white, and blue, the exact tones of the American flag. Use your spoolie. I don't know what's with this brow lately. It is shaped. I don't know. Maybe it's because as we age, look at, like, you can tell how much closer in than this one. So take your angle brush. Sometimes my hair tickles my arm. Take your angle brush. I never peeled the thing off of that. I don't know, I have a thing about that. I mean, I know it's satisfying, kind of ASMR. Now, just take your brush. You can go light with it, and I'm going light with it. I'm not doing a Tammy Faye Baker. I feel like she was the reason that drag queens do their makeup like that. No, I'm just joking. You never know. Now, make sure that you flip your brush going the other way to do the opposite brow. Because you want to make sure that that is in the correct direction for doing that. Like I said, this brow is shaped fucking weird. I mean, look at this one. And if you feel like you didn't get it right, take your spoolie and just go like that. I said my brows are shaped weird anymore. Really weird. I'm gonna wipe that red off there. I forgot to do that. That helps. Okay, now we're just going to go in here and we will use a red color out of the lippies. Although I do have a blue. So we're going to go in with this brush. This is also from the Black Veil Brides collection. And we're going to start off with the white. Now, my brushes are still a bit damp, which is fine with me. I forgot to go up here. Oops. Oops. Now remember, when you use red and blue pigments, you need to clean your brushes because you're about to find out. Even though red and white makes pink, y'all, that ain't even pink. Take it upward. Sweep it upward towards the edge of your brow. Just like that. And your eyes will never match. Your face is never gonna be like matchy. I always tell people that because one side of your face is spherically bigger than the other side, and your eyes sit different. You see that? One of your eyes will always be lower than the other. Now we're going to go in with that blue. Should probably use a different brush because this might come out purple. And we don't want that, so pigment. Yeah, that might come out purple, so let's take this fluffy brush. This is not a blending brush. You could use it for that. Pop that in right there, or just grab yourself another brush if you want. If you don't feel comfortable with this one, go ahead and grab another one. Which is something I might do in a moment. Wait a minute. No, that's not the brush I just used. Oh, well, I guess I have another brush. It's not. The other one's right here. So, let me get my little mirror. That kind of helps. That way you can just kind of pack that in there like that. And then go like that. And don't forget, you can just clean your brush in between. Now, your blender brush. Blend that red going up. That looks nice. Now, hold on. I also have this is how I mark these so I know which ones are what. When you get these eyeliners, the baddie eyeliners, make sure you also always shake your eyeliner down. I take it and mark the C on my eyeliner so I know what color is what. You should think about that. So I think, let me think. You know what? I have more red on my eye than I do blue. So that's the eyeliner. I don't have all of them. I reordered the black one though, because I gave my other black one to my friend's daughter. She's like, do you have any gothic makeup? And I'm like, girl, you know I do. Like, can I use some? I'm like, how about if I just give it to you? She's like, what? Why? I'm like, because I can always order more. Now you can use my Maven code. Last time I ordered, I used my friend Christine's Maven code. Look at that. It's that simple. This is cute. This is cuter. And my friend's daughter comes to me because I don't make my makeup look like I have raccoon eyes. goth is not necessarily raccoon eye. And then take it like so. You don't have to go all the way over if you don't want to. I think this makes the eye look more awake. You know what I mean? And just as if you were putting lashes on, you can hold the mirror down, and it does help when doing your eyeliner. And that is the eyeliner portion of that. I think that actually helps a lot when you're doing that. And look, that blue eyeliner. Yes, thank you. Right? Oops. Accidentally got my thumb in the black glitter in there. That's funny. Now, when it comes down to the more glittery ones, like this one and that red right there, I try to improve my pointing skills. For those, I will recommend that you get an eye glitter glue, okay, because that will help. So we can go back in with one of these brushes back into that red and to perk that red tone back up. Remember, once you blend, you can always go back in. And like I always say, I don't scrape my brush against the pigment. I pat that in. That way you're not getting a lot of loose powder. You're not getting a lot of that. You're not getting a lot of fallout is what I'm saying. Like, where was the fallout? There wasn't any, because I pat the brush in, and that makes that less of a mess. Less of a mess. I think we all like less of a mess, especially when it comes down to doing our makeup. And I'm going to clean that brush. Now, I'm also going to go back into that white and put that in right there. So we're going to do that. And I might have to grab it. Yeah, that one's got a lot of glue. Now that's a blending brush. Crap. Good thing I got a bunch of other brushes over here, right? Black Bell Brides. I got the collection when Mariel dropped the collection, so I was lucky on that. Now you can dampen your brush, and then we're going to go right back into that white. Some really good pigment right there. And then you get a like that. So you're not, you can do like a full sparkly glam if you want, which is fine because that suits you. I have my days where I will actually do that. And then I have my days where I actually want it a little bit softer. Also take your brush with that white. You're going right here. Go ahead and take that just along there. Okay, you don't have to do too much. Sometimes a little is a lot. As you can see with this, sometimes a little is a lot. So let's do the lip. Now, I had to find my lip liner, like, holy crap. And I have this. These always smell good. That is one thing that I like. They do always smell nice. It smells like fruit. That's These are really good. If you haven't tried these, what are you waiting for? Mary always has something on sale. She honestly does. She always has something on sale. Okay, I'm gonna line my lips. I gotta sharpen this anyway. Okay, now that I have my lips lined, I thought I grabbed the other one. I might have accidentally grabbed the, nope, I didn't grab the Black Veil Brides. It's the other one. This one's more of a brown shade. I don't have any other lip liners at the moment. But that's okay, you could just do this. And I suppose if I wanted to, I could have gone ahead and used Black Veil Brides collection lipstick, which would go good too, except I need to sort of clean them off a bit. So that's right, I just put that over it. You can do that. So what that's going to do is the oils are going to keep your lips hydrated while you have your look pulled together. I think this actually turned out pretty nice. I don't know about you. I do. I think it turned out pretty nice. So we used this, we used that lip liner, we put this over it. The only thing I didn't do was just this. It's hot out today, but like I've shown before, the Magic Wand mascara, and I'm not gonna curl my lashes today. Oh wait, oh, what was that? That's right, that little piece right there. I do like this mascara. Also, if you just saw how I did that, if you paid attention. Also, you can go like this. And just go ahead and sweep it up. See how much easier that is? Go ahead and sweep that up. Then you take the end to your natural lash right there, because, you know, we ain't doing mascara gate. We don't need that. Not with this, we don't. I mean, like, without it, with it. Again, as if you are putting lashes on. Hold your mirror down that way. Then you can wiggle that up like that. And I did not have to double dip. Take it like so, or you could just go ahead and keep using it this way. And that works, y'all, that works. Sorry. Trying to make sure I get those end lashes without trying to do that little dot on my face. That was my fault. So anyway, yeah, there's that. I really love this. Honestly, you could just use it the regular way if you want. That's up to you. That's your preference. And it's not by L'Oreal, because I don't. No, I haven't used that brand in since last century. Why did I pick that up? Oh my gosh, because they almost match. So anyway, and now we've used Magic Wand mascara. So we used that. We used this with this brush. This is Juvia's Place, by the way. No, I don't have a code for them. And then I use my Black Veil Brides brushes along with, I think, a couple of the Dark Divine brushes. So, and then I used the concealer over my blemish. And then we use the Lancome, right, for under the eyes. Now, Curst Kosmetics does have other ones of these. Most of them are sold out because they were on sale, I think for like $8 or $10. And then we blended these two together because my summer tan just isn't summer tanning this year. And then we used Bat Blush Volume 1. This stuff is so good. And then you saw how I was able to blend that down. It is very easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then the Black Veil Brides eyeshadow palette, because I had the right colors that I was looking for. I'm trying to think what else. I used the brushes. I used that. Did I miss something? Okay, we got these. Oh, the eyeliner and the lip liner. Yes, eyeliner and lip liner. So even though I grabbed the wrong eyeliner, the eyeliner and the lip liner. And that's it. That's today's makeup. And ow, the desk. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video. And stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. I hope this really helped a lot of like fellow mavens out there with knowing how to critique taking two different shades. It's still really hard for me to find that peach undertone. Oh yeah, the only thing that I'm going to use as a setting spray is the Slay All Day from Curst Kosmetics. This gives you up to an 18-hour if you want to know. So anyway, but we're here for Curst. So also using the Beauty Blender always helps out. And stay wickedly beautiful, and you too can become a behaving maven. And with that said, I will see you in the next one, and don't forget to stay cool outside and careful. Be safe out there on the 4th of July, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. I was going to do nails, but I didn't get around to it. I will be doing that next, though.